Good morning, friends. Andariki namaskaram. On this 72nd auspicious Independence Day, I wish you and all your family members a very successful and happy Independence Day. 71 years of independence we have enjoyed, and our elders sacrificed a lot. Our Prime Minister very fondly says, we did not have the opportunity to sacrifice our lives to get freedom for our country, but we are fortunate to live the life, so we should do something so that our next generation lives better than us. So with this spirit, we must reflect as to what all happened in these 71 years. While on the one hand, the country achieved tremendous progress in a number of fields, including massive alleviation of poverty, but at the same time, we must realize and remember that we had many missed opportunities. We could not achieve the kind of success we could have actually achieved. We did not get the kind of promise that the country held for us. Tremendous opportunities were missed. Basically, I feel because of a few factors. Number one, our mistaken belief and confidence in rural romanticism. We thought villages were the answer without realizing that urbanization is inevitable. Secondly, we had socialist utopia. Okay, we thought socialism would bring equality and prosperity to everyone without realizing unless you create wealth, the wealth cannot be distributed. Third one, we had a major disconnect between government and industry, especially private industry on the one hand, and at the same time, there were secret understandings and deals between those who were in power and those who were at the helm of industry. So it led to license Raj. Whoever could get licenses became industrialists and exploited the natural resources of this country, whereas that could have been a more competitive economy, market-driven economy, that would have been better. Similarly, our overemphasis on public sector undertakings without realizing that public sector undertakings at that time were no doubt very much essential, but at the same time, we should have encouraged private sector entrepreneurship and private sector flexibility. So these are some of the things we missed out, and as a result, the full potential of the country's economy could not be achieved, could not be realized. Even now, it is not late. There is different thinking at the highest level, at the policy levels. Slowly things are changing. We must learn lessons from China and Southeast Asian nations. China did the same mistake. No doubt, Mao Zedong, who actually achieved freedom for them, but in a wrong direction. At one point, because of the so-called cultural revolution, China was on the brink of collapse. Everything was collapsing in that country. At that time, Deng Xiaoping, actually he was the one visionary. He completely transformed that paradigm, and today you have realized where China is. Similarly, we should also completely change our paradigm. We should go ahead, actually we should march ahead. This is going to happen, and as I keep mentioning, Hyderabad Metro Rail is an opportunity. We have to indicate to the country and to the whole world actually as to how innovative thinking actually makes a big difference. Who everybody thought that was impossible, everybody said. Today we made it possible, and not only we made it possible, we are making many more changes, many more revolutionary steps we are bringing in. Actually, see the way one simple transformation, one project, actually a transport project, how it can transform an Indian city, how through that actually several cities in India and all over the world actually emulate this model and completely transform not only their cities, their states, and the countries themselves actually. So that is the challenge we have, that's an opportunity we have. We must make use of it. We must think differently, we must contribute, we must, as I keep mentioning, we must not simply rest on our laurels. The moment you think that actually you have achieved, that's the end of your achievement. Much more to be done. We have to realize that let's do many more things, many more fuss. The expectation of Honorable Chief Minister Mr. KCR and the expectation of our beloved Minister TR, it's increasing day by day in Hyderabad Metro Rail's capabilities. Hyderabad Metro Rail's role as a pioneer to transform Hyderabad as what our Chief Minister keeps telling as Vishwanagaram. So we have to realize that many more things are going to happen because early elections are likely. So every day the demands on us will increase, especially my engineer friends. I would like to tell you, I have to be tougher and tougher. Okay, so while you are doing excellent work, much more is expected from us, from the government. So we must live up to that expectation. Not only that, on this happy occasion, I would like to make an announcement. Soon we will revise the wages and salaries of every one of HMRL in somewhere or other, a minimum benefit of 3,000 to 5,000 rupees we would give in some form or the other without violating the government rules. So with these words, I wish you all the very best once again, and let us rededicate ourselves to the cause of this great city, to the cause of this great state Telangana and this great nation India. Thank you very much.